Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's time for me to lose my goddamn mind over the new Spider Man trailer, in addition to it being Tiny Meng Tuesday. As always, I am one of your faithful hosts, Diamond Dave Wheeler, aka Dave Wonder, aka Dave Wheeler. You know who I am. With me, as always, is my faithful fellow host, Madman Matt,
Yo,
and joining us as the third man once again, your King Ginger. What up, King?
Hello. Not by popular request.
Hi. Yes,
well, you
yes,
know,
yes. You have been requested quite a few times actually. Red beneath for Spidey? No, no Christian. It's just a clean hat. Um, Shakes and Gail saying hey to you guys. All the socials
Hi.
going up from Mitch. Um, and yes, Mungan, I got my voice back. Barely. It's I've been drinking the living daylights out of water today and hydrating.
I thought you were
Um,
just going to say I've been drinking the living
Heavily,
daylights all day.
just heavily.
Yeah.
No, I
It's Tuesday. You know what that means.
although yeah, although after watching that Spider-Man trailer, hydrating is a good thing. Um,
oh dear.
New addition to the Spidey shelves, Dave. No, it's still pretty much the same. I started organizing this area up here, but much work is left to be done. Ghostbuster Afterlife this weekend. Ghostbuster Afterlife this Thursday for me. I'm actually working on an exclusive print for the premiere event. So I might be working on that a little bit tonight because my brain is all over the place and my hand is very, very shaky. So, King, don't be too hard on yourselves. We welcome you with open arms, says Panther.
I
Also,
I kid. I kid.
Ing-
I have a Matt level of self-deprecation.
Well,
Ingram also would like to throw in all hail the king.
Hey, thank you guys.
say, are we gonna have to? Are we
The
gonna have
best.
to do a self-deprecation fight? See who hates it themselves
No,
more.
no, we will not. I will mute you
I
guys.
I tell everybody this is the best chat like ever.
Right?
I do other streams, but I'm always like, man, I wish I had the Tiny Ming chat here.
Oh, Smunkin, the shows were insane. It was awesome. I had only really been to one other live show since the pandemic, and so it was awesome to be back there. Uh, Michael, I did see the trailer. I've watched it
I have
several
not.
times before we went live, and yeah, it's really good.
I will have to check it out.
Mitch Falcon throwing in that he will win the self-deprecating fight. You guys can stream that later. Josh Bear, hail to the king, baby.
Hey.
Pipe Bomb
Uh,
Spidey is happy for that trailer. Damn
yeah, I was actually. It's just Danny and I were just talking about the first show
yeah.
How were
today.
the shows? How First of all, my first question, just out of morbid curiosity, how was the mask level at the shows?
Pretty good. Um,
I think it was at depending on where you sat. I did see quite a few people at. We didn't go to Rampage, but I did see quite a few people at All Out with masks. So that was appreciated. Of course, not everybody. So
yeah.
that was a bummer. But and then I did see quite a few people at First Ave as well, which kind of surprised me since they were
Yeah, they didn't have the patrols like they did at WrestlePalooza. Like WrestlePalooza,
well, and
I felt like
they're requiring the proof of vaccination and all that stuff at
yeah,
First Ave. So
which is handy.
that helped assuage my concerns quite a
Yeah.
bit. But yes,
What,
Danny and I were talking about how awesome the Brian Keith Josh C match was.
oh yeah, that was a
Brian
sick
Keith
match.
is a beast.
I mean I love Ja, but when he's got somebody in the ring who will make him go, oh boy,
Yeah.
Which,
that
by
was
the way, you can see Jossie live live. He's on Dark tonight. So if you go to AEW Dark, check it out. A bunch of our buddies from the Midwest wrestling scene are on there this
yeah, but
evening.
that's on YouTube. It isn't it's not live, so you can watch that later.
It's still good. Did you guys see the Blacklight poster collection released? It's large. No, I did not.
No.
Yes, Braden, that Spider-Man trailer was as good as NCIS. Crimson Geek, what's up, Dave and guys? How about that Super 7 TMNT Turtle Man reveal today?
Oh,
I
now
okay. Okay,
it's
Matt, you go
expensive.
first. You go
It's
first.
big, And the thing that bugs me,
It's round.
yeah, I don't know what they're going for with that. Now that is still all renders.
Yeah,
So maybe they'll change it. But
maybe.
it is weird to me that they didn't just go for the Playmates design
Indeed.
and plus it up. That's what's bothering me about. Like the
Look
wheels
at
look
this.
weird to me.
It's the Pizza Hut caps. Like out of all the stuff that they try to go vintage with, it's like this is such a weird.
Even
mishmash
without the
of
Pizza
style.
Hub caps, the hubs don't look right to me. You know, based on my memory of the old one, and the shape is all kind of off.
Merkin, I'm with you on that one. I have that one on order. It's less than half the price, and I think that's going to be the one that I'm going to run with. Can we
I
complain
might.
about the HasLab Rancor some more? I was actually worried about when on Monday Foosh Live when we held off on it. That was one thing I'm like, oh god, it's just going to turn into shitting on the Rancor. And,
There's websites for that.
indeed, I am bummed that I don't want to say I'm
They're
bummed.
only legal in Germany though.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not
Rancor Shiza videos.
I'm not backing the Rancor, so honestly I don't have a horse in that race. But I don't know. I feel like they're kind of shortchanging Star Wars fans at the moment, and it makes me very curious to see what the other stretch goals will end up being. Because it's like if this is what they're like, hey, look what we're starting off with. It's like, okay.
You know who they didn't shortchange?
Huh.
They did not shortchange Hero Quest fans. My Mythic came in the mail finally.
Nice.
And it is 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes.
God dang.
And it is a lot of game.
I've been seeing stuff lately about Star Wars fans feeling they're getting shortchanged, and I can relate to that feeling.
That is the lamest first world problem complaint though of all fandoms.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Star Wars fans, come on, guys.
But I can understand why they're feeling that way lately. With what Hasbro's been.
You're living in the golden age of Star Wars, baby.
Well, that's the thing. Throw in stretch goal, a small bag of sand.
Hey, if it's a small bag of pocket sand, then that's the best goal ever.
As long as it's coarse and gets everywhere, I mean, you can't complain.
Yeah.
But you know, I do think, you know, and I'm not, you know, I'm generalizing, but I do feel like a lot of people are also, you know, forgetting, willfully ignoring, I don't know, the lack of control Hasbro probably has in a lot of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
I would say probably of all their licenses, that's going to be the strictest controlled.
Yeah.
And you know, so they may, I mean, somebody at, you know, Lucasfilm or Disney or whoever might just be like, nah, you can't do Malakili, or yeah, you got to do all the characters, you know, you can't, you know, do, I mean, that next wave that's coming out looks really solid for Black Series, but we don't know is the thing. So before I blame Hasbro,
you know, out of between the two kind of giant corporate entities of Hasbro and Mattel, I always do feel like Hasbro at least feels like they're trying.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
If you're like be a Motu fan,
yeah,
because Mattel's like, oh man, we would love your money, but that would require us to do some work, and no fucking thank you, guys.
No, Mattel, it seems like leadership there doesn't, like, they don't care about the collector market to any real degree. The exception being Bill McKenna on the WWE stuff.
Okay, Darth Gutierrez has a question in the chat. You guys use any type of paint, or it depends on the figure, material, etc.? I use a little bit of everything. I do use a lot of these Vallejo.
Yeah, Vallejo's good.
But I use Citadel. I also use Americon or, you know, Apple Barrel. You know, like
I'm a craft boy.
Yeah, I've got Folk Art and Apple Barrel and whatever else. Let's see, is this still have a price tag on it? No, but this paint is at least 20 years old.
You got your dollar's worth out of it.
So it really is. You can do a lot of like you can do a lot with cheap paint, but you know you might have to do more coats. You're going to want to thin it out,
We'll get
and you're going to want to prep. The main thing to keep in mind is that unless you are doing like
Matt says all these things. These are all the things I do not do.
well,
King's
it's
old
all
school.
down. It's all down to you know what the work you're willing to put in is. But if you are, unless you're doing like 80s Joe vehicles or Star Wars vehicles or something, that rigid ABS plastic, never ever ever use enamel.
Yeah.
Because it does not like the plastic that most toys are made out of, which is usually a PVC. And it'll never dry. So
Also,
don't do that.
just be careful with ABS altogether. It's kind of volatile as a plastic. I used to have an ABS 3D printer for a while.
Oh,
Man, you have to be really careful with all that. It makes the resin printing process look tame because it's like do this in a space not enclosed by more than blah 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 blah. Wear a respirator.
oh, geez.
Do not speak crossly to the ABS printer. Do not look ABS printer directly in the eye.
Timothy Applegate asked, "Will enamel or lacquer paints harm the plastic of an action figure?" It won't necessarily harm it. It just won't set properly. It won't actually cure. It'll actually basically almost off gas with it, and you end up with a sticky mess.
Yep.
Ben, I did get your email. I actually got to respond still. It'll be a little bit before I can. I'm kind of piled on right now.
So yeah, you'll definitely be able to Timothy Applegate, definitely be able to like remove it. If you put it on there without damaging the plastic, like if you just use mineral spirits or paint thinner, that's probably not gonna. You might see it take a little bit of like the finish off of unpainted ABS, but it's not gonna generally damage a figure. If you get it on there, you need to remove it.
Also, for the record, Timothy Applegate, you have a rocking name.
Nice.
And I know Dave missed it, but because we were talking about paint, Mitch had a great question.
Oh, I did, and I said we'll get there because I wanted to let you guys finish talking first.
Well, I know.
Real quick, to get this out of the way, I would like to take this moment to thank the Tiny Meng Tuesday sponsor, the Source Comics and Games. The Source Comics and Games is a local comic and tabletop gaming dealer here in the Twin Cities, located in Roseville, Minnesota. The Source Comics and Games has a wide array of tabletop supplies, model paints, back issues, and so much more. Please go check them out over at thesourcecomicsandgames.com. Check them out if you're in town over in Roseville, Minnesota. The Source Comics and Games is the official sponsor of Tiny Meng Tuesday, and I would just, for one, like to say thank you very much for believing in this crazy dream. Thank you to the Source Comics and Games, our sponsor. All right.
Tell them Gene sent you.
Yeah, that's true. Well, just got my Hot Toys Rex today. It looks so great with my Cody. Hell yeah. Panther, if you prime properly, the apple barrel won't peel as bad. Mattel does care about their contract with Disney about the Toy Story line. That's true.
Yeah.
Shakes lacquer, I'm not a big fan of for figures. Mr. Mixie, I used an enamel on an Iron Patriot from Iron Man 2 figure like 8 years ago. Whenever Iron Man 2 came out, it's still tacky wet. Yeah, it's gross. Still waiting on my Goliath to ship. Oh, yeah. So Thalog went up for pre-order, or is going up for pre-order. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, BBTS has them up already. Looking good accessories. I mean, honestly, almost worth it just for the briefcase with the money.
True. Michael, I am working on a figure of one of the gentlemen who are in this video right now. I was trying not to show it on camera because it's a surprise. Thank you, Mitch. I use Army Painter D&D paints, Vallejo, and the Applecraft, or as I call them, Walmart specials. Makes sense.
That's basically the kind of breadth and scope of the paints I use, just because of the affordability issue. I don't want to dump a bunch of money into paint.
Yeah. The Tano Do you guys always sand or
Oof.
just soapy wash before painting? I usually will wipe a figure down and then I will go. But if I have to make space for like a paint in a joint or whatnot, I'll sand it just to create the space for it.
Yeah, I'll usually sand joints because I want my stuff playable. But I do try to. I mean, sometimes I'm just real lazy and I'll just paint directly onto a figure without even washing it. And it works most of the time.
I'm real bad. I don't do either. Need to do more. I'm lazy.
Oh, that's the I mean, I've got so many customs where I piece them together; they're ready to go, except for the painting part because I don't want to sand all the joints.
Yeah,
Um,
I should. I mean, because like I wash all my miniatures when I get them. I just dump miniatures in the sink and wash them off. But when it comes to action figures, I'm just real. I'm just a lazy bum.
well, and
You're
I
a
will
bum.
I will prime if I'm like having to paint the entire figure. And then I will try and use like Army Painter does good acrylic spray paint, which I prefer to use spray paint if I'm painting the majority of a figure. It just looks better. So that'll be when I'll prime if I'm painting a lot, or if I'm doing something, where I'm doing like when I was doing more GI Joe customs and I was doing army builders. I'm making that as easy as possible. I'm not hand painting more than I've got to.
Yeah.
So because I'm gonna do 5 or 10 of the things.
Real quick, Dave, should I seal my paint job prior to applying a water slide or seal after? I usually like to seal it before and then after.
Yes.
Just because it just really seals it in. Panther 10, the Testors acrylic lacquers for RC cars worked well on certain plastics, but by and large, I'd prefer Vallejo. They're the best. I'd agree with that. I feel like King Ginger has a killer abandoned building story. All right. Oh, hey,
What?
Stormy Maru. Hi.
Abandoned building story.
You want to say hi to the people? You want to say hi to the people? Yes. Hello, Stormy. Oh, yes. You snuggling? You snuggler? You snuggler? Hi. What? What? Did you just come to say hi? Yes. Hello.
Ben from the bunker. Did you know Thalog is Goliath backwards? Did. But it also reminds me of, I think it's the second G.I. Joe cartoon miniseries where Cobra is attacking and Flint says, like, well, they're all snakes, and we all know that snake is sneak spelled sideways. It's like, shut up, Flint. What the hell does that even mean, man?
All I can think of when someone says something like that is the line in Suspiria.
Oh, thank you, Darth.
I think the names of anyone who starts with the letter S is short for snake. I think I watched Suspiria not like terribly long ago, the original, and I was just like, this is such a weird flick.
Very bizarre. I need to watch it again because we just went and saw last night in Soho.
How was it?
I liked it a lot, and it's got some strong Suspiria vibes. The soundtrack is not nearly as insane and amazing, but it's a good soundtrack because it's an Edgar Wright movie.
Yeah.
No,
well,
I was very.
I have a bunch
very
of stuff
busy.
to show off if anyone wants to.
Yeah, here, 1 second. I'm going to pop you up solo screen so you can zoom in a little bit. Wait a second. Tomax? Zammot? All right, King. The show is yours. Show
All right.
them goods,
Here's
King.
here's our first boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Dang. Beauty.
I like that. What is that? Which shredder head is that?
It's just someone had it on their website, and I was like, I like turtles.
That might have been from Casting Cave because I definitely have one of those.
I was gonna say it looks like it could be a cast of the NECA comic shredder, but
so
it's
yeah,
good. I like it.
It's definitely a really good head. It was super easy to paint. I don't know if you can see from here, but the eyes, Sandra killed it on the eyes.
I cannot.
Oh yeah,
like
be a tough spot to do them.
Yeah. Used some Skelegod hands, some Braun Strowman Beastman shoulder pads, and then the wrap and waist piece are from a Sub-Zero that I
Nice.
got dirt cheap and tore apart.
Oh.
I finally finished Platino,
Nice.
Nice.
and Cassandra then pointed out, why does he have Dave's face? And I
Hey.
said, I don't know.
I mean, okay.
But the fist looks super good worn, and it's got a crystal in it because it does.
Because he's
Why not?
fancy.
Just
Oh.
like Dave.
It's true.
I think it turned out really well. I'm going to work on a couple of other the Forza T dudes.
Oh, those. I mean, those foreign like takes on the master stuff. I love that. And then I just got in the mail the what do they call it? Like Total Action Force book, and
Yeah.
it's all about the GI Joe Action Force, line from the UK.
Isn't
I've
that
had
wild? Like
I
some
love
of those,
that stuff. Like,
yeah, some of those lines are just incredible. So I've been working on this for a while, and I finally just decided I'm done with it. I don't think it's going to look much cooler than it does. Now I may go in and black the armor.
the wristbands.
Yeah.
Alternate reality blonde Dave with Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, he's got green hair. It just doesn't look as green as probably it should. So I think he turned out pretty good. He'll look good with all my other not masters. So I've got to figure out the neck thing with a couple of these Mythic Legion heads, but
Oh yeah,
I brushed the heads so they more matched the now all of a sudden I can't remember what Skeletor's race is. Gosh darn it.
Gar.
The Gar, yeah. So I made some Gar dudes. Although all of a
Yeah,
sudden I do to stand up. Dude, if you want to stand up, that'd be great.
When I got my not Origins Classics Hurricane Hordak, I'm like, I don't need another Hordak.
Put some wrist spikes on it, says J-Con too.
Yeah. So I think he looks pretty good.
Nice.
I might cut off the clip. I don't know. I finally finished Nef2 to my satisfaction.
Nice.
Nice. Oh yeah, that looks great.
I could never find a white loincloth that I liked. I don't even know whose loincloth this is, but I was like, oh, I think it looks good. It's kind of got an Egyptian feel to it.
I think that's Tatanka, but I'm not sure.
It might be. Also, Roddy Piper says, you're welcome for my boots, son. Finally finished Meng.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
He's now got a bitchin' rap.
As you do. Did you check out Figure Giant? Like the link I sent you?
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I did.
Oh, okay.
Everybody needs an Origins version of this mother.
Ooh, that's a big man.
Ooh, pretty.
He is a pretty boy.
Small man.
These Mengs are small, I know, but they
are wrong.
Not yours. They are my own.
So I need to paint the helmet yet, but I actually like the way this dude's turning out.
Yeah,
the Vicron helmet I have doesn't fit real well, so I was like,
I had to dremel mine out to get it to work well. But that
he's got Goldberg's butt.
That Ezra helmet works well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm moving dudes around to get to the other dudes. I did this when we were streaming for Extra Life, and I was like, oh, that turned out really good.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
It's just all part swaps.
Merk and McGee said Shockmaster's cousin for the one with the Ezra helmet.
Could very well be. I'm very, very happy with this head.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one. I like the whole color scheme of that one.
That's kind of, yeah, I mean, that's God damn it, I'm gonna forget his name.
He's a snick.
Well, yeah, the James Earl Jones in
Oh, Tulsa Doom.
yeah.
Yeah, I did the matte seal, and then I went back and hit it with the floor sealer to give the face a kind of glossy, kind of gross reptilian sheen.
Nice.
I dig it.
This dude, again, the head is lighter than the body, which is infuriating considering how much work I did on that face.
Oh, Smunkin is asking if that was a Jake the Snake torso.
It was, yeah. And I got to put some stuff in it to get it to stop being a bobblehead dude. But I'm gonna do this up in some. That just keeps turning in some brass, and then I'm gonna do this in purple. Yeah. Purple and brass for his waist, so he'll get some accessories. I really like the head a lot. It was really fun to paint, and the eyes were really easy to get in.
So, question from the chat, King. You ever make figures that are based on fanfic designs, like He-Man fan art or stuff like that? I know you did.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally. I mean, I just look and see what fits to me, like my own like fan BS, and I'll be like, oh, I want to do that. I really love this Mythic Legions head, and it's got the same Mythic Legions problem. It doesn't quite fit. But yeah, I'm gonna make like a Gar Archer dude. And nice. I love the Undertaker Motu armor is perfect for it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
the head spinning is an action feature, says Mixie.
Yes.
And this is Dave's brother James.
Beard.
And again,
nice.
The eyes, I wish it would stop being blurry for a second, because the eyes really turned out on this dude. I had to gray his beard and his mustache or his hair a little bit. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I got some good wash shading in there. I'm gonna go with this as his armor and this as his waist piece. I'm repainting them both. This I'm just doing some different touch-ups with. I had like a Seahawk like upper body piece from Classics I wanted to use, because I was like, oh, this will look kind of, like Professor James.
Yeah.
Since he's always wearing like tweed jackets with, covered elbow pads, which I tease him about. But it didn't work with the head. Like I couldn't get the head on, so I had to mix it up. So it's been a struggle, because I was like, oh, I was really married to that look, and then when it didn't pan out, I was really bummed. So yeah, that's what I've been working on.
Hard to just, what do you do after that?
Yeah, I mean, but I got a lot going. I kind of found that if I go like a base layer of paint, and then I go in and do a huge dark wash, and then go back over the top, and I've been using that for minis now for a while. It really gives me the results I want, because I still get the darker shade in there, but I also get the highlights that I think really bring to life a sculpt.
That pop them.
Yeah. Also, down 25 pounds as of today.
Hell yeah! Congrats, King.
Yeah, buddy.
Kicking ass.
Yeah.
Great because I feel like he needs a 2x4 or something.
Oh, the 2x4 that was on a construction site that he had done the architecture for.
Exactly.
Because his He-Man name should be the architect.
Yes. Although I don't know, there's so many. Well, he's my brother, so I was gonna say an asshole comment just because I could. But I say it because I care,
or because you can,
and because I'm an asshole little brother.
No, you're not an asshole little brother.
I try.
You do well.
Holy shnikes! Oh, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. Sorry, I'm working on this print right now.
So yeah, that's a lot of stuff I've been working on of late.
Hell yeah, dude! That looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's good shit.
As the
I was gonna say it because we were talking about Gar, where if I can get off my shelf without knocking a bunch of shit over.
I do thoroughly love the Gar.
They're very good.
I think if I was to try to do a Masters kind of world for D&D, I would just make the Drow the Gar. It's
So
kind
yeah,
of a similar concept.
I got the Hurricane Hordak or whatever, and I'm like, I don't really give a crap about Hurricane Hordak. So I made him into this Gar guy. It's a Marvel Legends Colossus head. And all out of whack here. And then it's a Playmobil helmet.
That's a sweet, sweet look, man.
I just wanted something simple. It's like, all right, I can use this. I can take it back to being, Hordak if I want to.
Beauty of Origins figures.
I do get a little, weird with some of that stuff where it's like, okay, I know this figure has like some value, so I don't want to modify it in a permanent way in case I regret it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
So I had a question for.
I mean, kindness monkin.
True.
They're just blue.
True.
I think they're just blue humans.
And I would love to hear the chat's thoughts on this question. What would be the one Marvel Legends alternative team box set you would want and know that they will never make?
Ooh.
I was thinking about this the other day because I was
early 2000s Alpha Flight where they had a real Sasquatch.
It's true.
And Manbot.
Yes, so
I loves me some box.
I would probably go with the off the top of my head because I reserve the right to completely change my mind as I think about this more. Actually, never mind. The Enforcers.
There you go.
Ooh, fancy Dan Ox.
The Enforcers, the add-ons from like Marvel Team Up. So Hammer Harrison.
That was on my list.
Hammer Harrison and Snake Marston, and if you want to go even crazy and do the new Enforcers from the storyline that never got really wrapped up in Web of Spider-Man, so we can get Thermite and Tanglewire and whoever else was there. My initial thought was the comic book version's of Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Dave, what do you think?
Oh, I was gonna say the 6 from Mutant X. I would say is unlikely, but they are fucking flying through X-Men teams. So I'm like, they'll get there. I feel like they'll get there. Runaways, Mixie, that's a solid one. Marauders.
Oh yeah, Runaways. I would also almost say Power Pack, just because I don't think they're gonna do those those bodies otherwise.
That's true.
Or the Fraction Allred FF.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Just because I would love that would be another way for them to do Dragon Man, and we could get Bentley and the Moloids and
So I was thinking about the reason this came to mind is because I had got a couple of the digest size. Oh, Acolyte's another interesting choice because I mean, just from a perspective financially, you wouldn't have to do a whole bunch of tooling for that.
Except for Senyaka, because fuck Senyaka. I love that dude.
Oh, he is one of those like looks incredible 90s characters that like doesn't mean a fucking thing.
It never did anything. Well, there was the Eskimo guy who was huge and had a robot arm for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name. He had just like a green robot arm.
Well, I'll tell you why.
Yeah,
90s, that's why.
Serpent Society is almost complete.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Shut your damn mouth, Dave.
Who are they?
Dude, they're over halfway there.
They are not even close to halfway there.
For Serpent Society,
they have done a missized Cottonmouth, Cobra, and
the size is wonky with those.
I want to say that's it.
Cottonmouth.
They did Constrictor. They did a Madam Hydra.
Constrictor never joined.
He was still.
Oh gosh, I know there's another one.
He was offered membership and turned it down.
Rattler?
Nope, they never did Rattler. There's no
Who's
Death
the-
Adder.
Who's the
There's
guy with the
there's
weird
no.
with the avalanche like helmet?
Oh, Rock Python. Yes.
I
There we
couldn't
go.
remember his name.
But yes,
Yeah.
the Cottonmouth would actually be a better Puff Adder if they painted him right. But yeah, we Black Racer, Coach Whip, Sidewinder,
Sidewinder's such a cool looking character.
Rattler, Death Adder,
We still
either
have
of the
four
Vipers,
from Serpent Society.
Diamondback. Don't step to me on Serpent Society, man.
Well, the reason I kind of thought about this was I was reading one of those digest sized MC2 books that I got in the mail, and I found myself really, really, really enjoying A Next.
Oh,
It's
Anex
solid.
rules. The funny
Erica's
thing is, from the MC2 universe, they have Spider Girl and they have also made Stinger. So it's like, all right, give me a Wild Thing, give me a J2. Like let's go that route. I'm totally down.
It's just they're really just fun books.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I really, really enjoy them, and it's, I think I just enjoy because I have some Tom DeFalco stuff and on Thor as well that I'm like, this is just like pure comic fun.
Well, speaking of DeFalco, Code Blue,
yeah,
would be another fun set that I don't think
it'll never happen.
Oh hell no.
I want to nominate a Joe Hulk figure. Yeah. There's a lot.
Chat, you're killing it with those suggestions, though.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting stuff.
Mitch Falcon, I think Morrison's new X-Men run had some really good ideas. I have to reread it, but I also feel like it was the stuff that he did or that would have been really interesting was immediately like undercut by the larger editorial.
Matt, I hope you can feel this because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Uh-oh.
I will die on that Morrison Hill for that run.
What? For or against?
For.
I thought it was a good run, but it pissed me off that they immediately like undid.
But that's Marvel.
It's true.
I mean, while it was still happening, practically,
he was not a Marvel guy.
No, but they gave him the keys to the X-Men
because he was hot at the time. Marvel has this weird thing. I always find with DC creators when they come in, they have a tendency to cut their legs out from underneath them. Unlike DC, who gives, the keys to the friggin' Cadillac to a guy like Bendis, and I'm just like, why are you doing this? But yeah, but why?
Checkmate.
Yeah, but why?
Ben from the Bunker, Blue Marvel. Actually, that reminds me, I wouldn't mind the that Mighty Avengers, the Al Ewing Mighty Avengers team. That was solid. The second Power Man and
or the Ultimates that he was the head of, Blue Marvel and the Ultimates. Because then you get the Galactus figure.
True.
Hey, if you got Galactus on your team and you're a multi-universal team of problem solvers, you get my vote of confidence.
Oh hell yeah!
Another thing I realized reading through these trades that I'm picking up since I got rid of all my comics, and now I'm just covering our house and trades. Is I reread
hey, how's it going?
The first two.
Briefly, we'll talk more tomorrow about it, though. I promise.
The first two Mighty Avengers trades.
Yeah, I have up through volume 5, and I'm a fan.
So here's my thing.
Which Mighty Avengers are we talking?
This is right after Civil War.
So that's the Ewing. Okay.
No, it's Bendis and the first.
Oh, that run. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are those characters supposed to be likable?
No.
Because besides Simon Williams, they are most certainly not.
Yeah, they're definitely not supposed to be likable. They're supposed to kind of
I'm
be.
just kind of like, a bunch of those characters are friends, and they're like, we're calling each other slut and all. I was just like, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, lighten up, slut.
But
The naked
no,
Janet Van Dyne Ultron run says take it to the max.
well, see, that's the thing. If they were saying it to their face, I would have less of an issue with it. But they say it like in a thought balloon.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They all
Yeah.
come off like just petulant children. Like I'm okay with Ares being that way because
He's Ares.
he's a bad guy. The other
That
thing,
have you read the Ares miniseries?
where he's less of a bad guy.
Well, the one it was around that era. It was before that.
Yeah,
It was right before that one. It was I want to say it was Michael Avon Oeming wrote it, and then it was Travel Foreman on art.
where they decided they were going to make him into like an anti-hero.
Yeah,
I like Ares as kind of your heavy, who is a loaded gun. You just point and click, and he's going to break things.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, Darth Spider. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Just as a heads up, folks. Just because we're trying to do custom talk and stuff like that, trust me, tomorrow I'll be geeking out plenty. Or you know what? I might even stay on a little later solo just so that I can gush about it and not
I just need to watch it.
I haven't watched it.
I would say just mute yourself and watch it because oh boy, it's worth it.
Maybe we can do that at the top of the hour.
There we no. We got something to do at the top of the hour.
Well, no, well that's playing. Ben and I will watch the trailer,
Oh,
and then we can discuss.
Ares was fantastic in the Incredible Hercules run. Hell yeah. I want an OG X Factor box set with the OG colors with Angel and human suited Beast. I'd be down for that.
Oh gosh, it's great.
It would be good.
So my other thing with that is I realized again, my God, is Bendis good at interesting ideas. Those first two trades are just a plethora of interesting ideas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's definitely got the ideas. It's the follow through where the problems start to arise. Because he I liked what he was. I liked a lot of the stuff that he was doing with Legion of Superheroes over at DC, and then it just kind of stopped.
True. Render.
I was just like kind of like, you are who I think you are. And I don't know how I feel about it.
And for people curious what I'm working on, I have been very slowly and patiently weeding. Oh, it's too glossy.
Mixie put out there. I know it was like 20 minutes ago, but if your King Ginger wants Motu original custom ideas, he has my permission to do my OC chicken fling. See Insta for.
Yes, I've been
cool.
That's super cool, Matt.
Weeding this logo very, very slowly and carefully. There, it focused. Haha.
Nice.
Anyway, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have heard that cutting paint with a Windex helps it. I'm not sure what it does.
Doesn't it do the same thing that like dish soap and distilled water does? It eliminates the some more of the surface tension.
That may very well be it.
Smunkin said, "Sorry, but I'm really more of a DC fan. I want McFarlane to make Green Lantern Blackest Night figures."
I mean, cool. McFarlane making non-Batman is always a plus.
Neb Shapiro, Dream NECA movie license.
Oh, dang, Neb Shapiro. Woo!
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, Matt, you're a man after my own heart. Forget all those things.
You got to do like the entire cast. You can't stop after just a couple characters.
Just do the Thing. I'll be happy if you do the Thing.
They're doing the Thing.
Are they really?
Yep. There's two McReady's, and they just announced an actual like thing. So
see, that's the one where I went the whole cast.
What
Yeah,
I
oh yeah.
really
I mean,
enjoyed about your statement, King, is I didn't realize you were talking about the movie The Thing, and you were just like, they need to do the thing. I'm like, you're goddamn right they do. I was like,
um,
I don't know what's happening.
He's gonna do the
yeah. I
thing.
mean,
Falcon
we need
Arrow.
we need
Is
He's
that
gonna do the
deal?
deal.
I was
Here's
like,
the deal.
we need Keith David and freaking
Brimley.
and yeah.
Need them all, baby.
I would also love because it would be a pretty small roster, and it's not a movie, but they did watch a lot of them. MST3K.
yeah, I would like the actual cast of MST3K.
Yeah, no. If NECA was to do the bots and Joel and Mike and the Mads,
Professor Bobo.
I almost when they had that there was a 3-pack of Planet of the Apes figures that Toys R Us had for a bit from NECA, and they were in like the jumpsuits. Then I almost bought one, and I had sourced heads to make NECA because I have the little bots that came packed in with some of the Shout Factory,
Oh yeah,
DVD releases. And I was like, oh, I could probably do,
Roadhouse.
I could probably at least do Mike and Joel. And yes, Panther Ten of the Foosh, any Jackie Chan. Like, I guess if you were going to do a Jackie Chan movie, you'd probably want to go with one that also has. Normal in the Bronx would be great, but you get one that also has Sammo Hung in it. So you get a Sammo Hung figure out of the deal, too.
Yeah.
Maybe Wheels on Meals.
So I didn't realize this until about a month ago, and then I forgot it, of course, because I have no memory anymore. Amazon Prime has Rift Tracks.
Oh yes.
Is if you're a Prime member.
Willow.
Oh,
that'd be cool.
There's also a Rift Tracks channel on Pluto TV.
Yeah, it's a little hit and miss, I find, with Pluto.
Well, yeah, you get there's commercials and crap like that. They don't have the whole.
So
lineup.
we watched Dinosaur the other day.
Dinosaurus?
Yeah, Dinosaurs. Oh my god, what a gloriously terrible movie.
I've got to get their new one. It's called Dangerous Men. They're saying it's one of their most like insane ones in a while. I'm behind on there. I was buying all their movie riffs, but I'm way behind. I keep up on the shorts though.
What do you have a favorite movie they've riffed? In any incarnation?
Guy from Harlem is
Harlem is amazing.
For Rift Tracks, it's Guy from Harlem. For MST, I'm trying to think of the ones that I go back to like all the time. Weirdly, I like the Coleman Francis ones a lot.
Caddyshack Carl.
They're really bad and they're boring, but they interest the hell out of me, especially hearing more about like how he made them. Because he would like go to Hollywood parties and scrounge, like just chat people up and try and get enough, money from somebody to shoot for another weekend.
Seems legit.
So so he like put a lot of time and effort and whatever into just making garbage.
I don't remember who made it, but it wasn't the Rift Track guys that made Thumb Wars, right?
No.
Yeah. Werewolf, Final Sacrifice, and Space Mutiny are all.
Oh, Fortnite 77.
Space Mutiny and Werewolf are definitely up there, and yes.
The Werewolf? Paul.
Zap Rousdower is truly a hero for our times.
Very, very true. So Rousdower, is that a stupid name? Also, I'll never look at Larry Zonka the same way again after that riff.
Well, that's the other one that I go back to a lot, just because it's just really bizarre and like who decided that this would be a thing like that people would want to watch. The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies.
Oh God, that one's wild.
Yeah, it's
with Ortega.
With Ortega and just a series of bizarre, like stage shows.
You filthy pig!
Why Where the hell did this go?
Pendergast. Nobody has done good Goonies figures. I think somebody has done.
Mezco did a decent job, if I remember correctly, but
Did they do all of them?
Huh?
Did they do the whole cast? Or?
I think they made it within like one or two, if I recall correctly.
Okay, that's always the tough thing, you know.
The fact that they made any was impressive to me. So to be
Oh,
honest,
yeah.
I was like, hey, good job.
I mean, I'm over that. I still have that, you know, kind of like, you know, movie maniacs mindset where it's like, okay, here's one character from the movie.
We'll talk about that tomorrow or later, Luca. Don't worry. I would like the new Demolition Man and Last Action Hero figures.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
What is? Gosh darn it! What is the? He tried to come with a forklift.
Oh, shit.
There's two parts. Is it the Starfighters?
No, Starfighters is
It's a Sandy Frank. It's a
Yeah.
Sandy Frank joint.
Johnny
There's
Tom's
two of them.
Battlemaniac. Yeah, they made those actually.
I would have to look that one up.
I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up
because that one was never one of my favorites.
Oh, those two episodes are
The
amazing.
song is good, but oh, come on.
NECA Monster Squad, Fifth Element. How do we not have
Fugitive
Last Starfighter figures?
Fugitive Alien 1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah, Fugitive Alien 1 and 2. What is your stance then on Master Ninja?
I like Master Ninja. But that's because it's very much in that like A-Team kind of vibe.
Also, Lee Van Cleef is just one of my
favorites.
favorites.
Yeah, Lee Van Cleef is awesome.
Period. He's just so good.
And that would be another, that's another, like if a NECA license, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, so I had an idea, Matt, and I wanted to run it by you first, since you were the onus behind it.
Oh God!
So do you remember that strip you sent me?
Not specifically, whoa. But
you know the one.
Do we have a talk here, fellas?
The
NECA
wrestling.
the
NECA the Octagon. Damn.
Crap! What the hell was it? The Hard Times or what was that
Hard
called?
Times, Daddy.
Jay went to school with John. That's cool.
Yeah, that Kyle Starks. WCW versus Terminators.
Do you remember how I said I would like to do that as an RPG, but I would probably have to use Apocalypse World, just straight up Apocalypse World.
Right.
What if we used the system we used for superheroes at Extra Life?
I think that could work well.
That's what I was thinking. I feel like that's a mini-series waiting to happen.
I think that would almost work better than it did for superheroes, just because it's like, all right, here's my like 4 wrestling moves. That's a little more easy to define.
Truth.
Than the superpowers, I think.
NECA Mystery Men. Oh, Spleen or Blue Raja at least.
I was thinking about that. Plus, I don't know if you saw that, but we've already been there's already push to pick the Bounty Hunter Star Wars stuff up. Hey,
I'm down.
Aha.
Case counts are on the rise. I'm not allowed to go outside anymore.
Fair.
I don't think anybody's ever made a decent Altered Beast figure, but I guess, give Storm Collectibles a year or two.
Yeah.
I could see them do that, but you better freaking come with a wise from your grave sound shit.
I would really like an American manufacturer to do Kamen Rider.
Yeah, that'd be dope. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Comic or movie?
That would be interesting.
Comic or movie.
Oh, that's an easy. Don't anyone. If you say that abomination of a movie, you can just get out and never come back.
Now, I will say,
don't do it, Matt.
as long as we're doing
Don't make me bring up your bean hatred again.
no. I am in full
The bean heat is real.
Bean heat.
full agreement that you should do comic and no other options there. But it did remind me
Esco Common Rider. Ooh.
because I like
Another good.
it reminded me of Kevin O'Neill, and that I wouldn't mind some martial law figures.
That'd be dope.
I need to reread those. I don't know how well they've aged.
Oh, Galaxy Quest, Storm Collectibles, Mario Brothers figures, like the movie, like John Leguizamo, and because I'm down. And by the way, it is the top of the hour. So King, Matt, I'm gonna mute you guys because then you guys can watch the.
All right, yeah, I'll go find the.
I've got it up.
All right.
Good. Now you're both muted. Now we play the commercial.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
And we're back. And King disappeared. I don't know what happened there. Matt's watching the trailer, so I don't want to interrupt him. But I'm going to gush real quick because I watched that trailer a bunch of times, and it is goddamn fantastic. So many cool teases, so many cool things. I don't want to say too much because Matt is very intently watching, and I don't want to spoil it for him. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen comic figures, definitely the movie was about as good as BioShock Infinite. Fair. NECA Tiny Meng Tuesday with Toys with the Boys. Yeah. I also wanted to throw a big thank you. I know a couple of you in the chat actually were able to get some of those the very nice, very evil Danhausen Kithausens that I collaborated on him with. It sold out in 10 seconds. Granted, there were only a little over 20 available. But thank you, everybody in the chat. If you got one, that's awesome. Thank you for supporting that dude. He's a good fellow. Dave, no, the video game figures NECA can make the movie figures. Fair. But yeah, no, I really was amazed by that. Also, the trailer blew my damn mind. So much to talk about, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Josh, yes, Smunkin, everything about it I liked. They showed a bunch of villains. I was very excited about that. I was very excited about just about everything because I am a Spider-Man mark. Crimson Geek, I hear you. Yeah. So that action figure Kitthausen was the project that I was working on for so long, where I couldn't show anything. Hey Emilio, how's it going? Emilio, did you know that you are on the hype images for C2E2 for Artist Alley? I saw that this morning. I was like, hey, I don't know that guy. It's a third Spidey movie. You gotta have lots of villains. You're god dang right. I'm so excited. You guys. Raid Pendergast, where are you coming in from? Who is the rating? Who's the rating? Say hi if and let us know where you're coming in from because hell yeah. Hello Emerald, how are you? Not always a good thing. Wait, who's coming in from where? Let me know where you guys are coming in. Oh shit, Davis. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Speaking of the action figure Kitthausen, that is the right hand man to the very nice, very evil Danhausen. So that's some fucking timing right there. So yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to Tiny Meng Tuesdays, where we chop shop and talk shop. I think Matt just finished watching the raid piece by piece. Good. Dave, that Nova is in stock. Hell yeah, Michael. I'm going to unmute Matt. Matt, did you unmute yourself? I can't tell.
I think I did.
Oh, there we go. Hell yeah. So yeah, welcome to everybody from Davis's channel. This is the Dave Wonder channel or the Heel Turn Radio channel. Oh, King Ginger just got back. Hey, bud. How's it going, King?
Your sound was still coming through, so I had to go watch it.
Sorry.
Oh,
Right. So Matt and King just watched the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer for the first time off stream. So yeah, Dave, when are you going to unmute Matt and King? They're unmuted. They're here. They're
I
back.
think so.
Matt,
Hopefully you can
Matt,
hear us.
Matt's just focused.
Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah.
hear us?
So
Forget
what,
it,
what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I was pretty blown away.
I'm so excited.
I do love that they are still trying to pretend that we're not going to see those other Spider-Men. Those other Spider-Men.
Super Spike, mute the Bean Hater. No. We're not going to mute him. He's a
I'm not
very
even wearing my bean hating shirt.
That's true. It's true. That's a one of one. It's a one of one. Also, coming up, C2E2 next month already. I will be down there. I'm coming down Thursday. And probably am going to go on a bit of a toy hunt. Midday, I'm hoping. Maybe early afternoon. So more information as that develops. Just trying to figure that all out, weather-wise and stuff permitting. I would absolutely love to get together with some of those COJ members out there in the chat. Go hit some of the great spots of Chicago. Mixie beans are both fruit and musical. It's fair. It's fair. Oh yeah, Josh. So that's baby. That's Sinister Six.
At first I was like, that's.
Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate it.
I thought that was the scorpion and not the lizard, but it was the lizard.
Oh, dude, I love how the lizard looks. Mainly because they fixed what I didn't like about him in Amazing Spider-Man, and they're like, oh, look, we're gonna make him look more like the lizard. I'm like, hell yeah.
I didn't know they changed
and Electro for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
So which of the villains were you most excited about?
Me?
Both of you. And chat.
Doc Ock, hands down. I love Alfred Molina as that. Oh, I just love puzzles. I just love you too. If you're coming in, like, follow, subscribe. If you're into toys, customizing, talking about wrestling, talking about music, talking about movies, we do it all.
Thanks everybody for hopping over and checking us out. Sorry, I'm not doing something more entertaining at the moment, but
I wish they would have grabbed Michael Keaton. Yeah, you never know.
You don't.
You never know. Also, I just realized Spider-Men have a high body count. Yes, they do. Oh my goodness.
Matt, who's the villain you were most stoked by?
I never did see the Amazing Spider-Man flicks, so I'm curious to see what Electro's about. I've always liked him in the comics, but yeah, Ock or probably Sandman.
Really?
Nice.
Interesting, because for me, it's all about that William Dafoe.
Oh, dude, no. Right?
I mean, I'm jazzed for that.
I hope Doc Ock still does unsafe experiments in his living room. That's fair. That's
what he does.
Does whatever a doctor can.
Wait, what? You go, King. Do we need to have a talk about the doctors you're going to see?
Well, I see enough of them for.
Fair.
Never mind.
Fair. I just really wish they fixed Gabi's Kabuki mask. I hated that from the first. It's one of those things that's almost like it's iconic at this point to the Raimi flicks. I love Willem Dafoe in the role. I had heard rumblings that they were going to try to bring in that
animatronic,
the like original animatronic like latex overlay where it looked more comic like, and I was so excited for the possibility of that. But
I mean,
you into promos, they never tell. Yeah, no, Amelia, they never do. They had me going on a picture for I think 2 years, and I didn't know about it until the second year when someone went, "Is that you?" And I'm like, literally behind me, it says Dave Wheeler at the top of my banner. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Ooh, I think Doc Ock is going to end up working with Spidey in this one. I'd be down.
And it wouldn't surprise me if they
Ben, C2E, or not you, King, sorry. Ben from the bunker. C2E2, come hang out. I don't have my Artist Alley table number yet, but I'll let you know as soon as I know.
It wouldn't surprise me if they change up Goblin's look later in the film.
Yeah, There's a couple concept pieces out there that people have been posting up, and I'm like, I don't know which ones are legit and which ones aren't, but I have a million people send them to me every single time one quote unquote leaks out, and I'm like, I'm all excited. Can't wait for Topher Grace and Tom Hardy to meet. Ooh, I don't know if we'll be getting Topher in this one, but you never know, to tell you the truth. Because yeah, you just
At this point,
don't.
yeah, I mean, we'll back that money truck up.
Shaggy, you did miss thing, but you know what? You brought the raid from Davis. I appreciate that. Also, I appreciate it, Davis, if you're watching. You know what? Just for Shaggy, here you go, bud.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
You're welcome. All right. And yes, there is still time to Dave Nate. That still sounds weird. Donations are still open for Extra Life. On the 24-hour stream, we raised over $4,000 for children's treatment or children's cancer treatment and research. Known World United, I think, broke 16. Is that right, King?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean,
it was gargantuan. So, yeah, thank you everybody who donated. It is appreciated. I have decided that I am going to make that 24-hour stream my annual contribution to doing my part for Known World United. Again, it's a bad idea for a good cause. This last year was, or this first year was insane. Absolutely bonkers. I had no idea what the hell I was getting myself into. At one point, we had a very like Brady Bunch looking thing going on this channel, which is pretty neat. Those videos are still uploading to YouTube because I chopped it up into 4 pieces, and they take forever. Thank you, Smunkin. Yes, Ben, I am just a little bit. Oh, and damn, I think $148 from 1,600.
Nice.
Nice.
I knew for a while we were like, I want to say we were in the 50s in the country for fundraising.
Yeah, we were up there.
I don't know where we ended up.
I think we ended up top 50, I think.
Which is buck wild because usually we're number 2 in the state and we're generally in the top 100 for the nation, which is again just insane. And everybody, thank you so much.
And it was a blast, you know. I mean, like,
yeah,
I had so many folks send me really nice messages afterwards and everything, and it was all appreciated. It was really fun getting to meet some of you guys on there too. Dave has a yearly death wish. Damn, Dave. Much. Oh, thank you, Collector Good. I got you there, Mitch. 16,664.
Wow.
Cool. So. Yeah, no, you know, it was again, it was a terrible idea, but for a very good cause. And I was very excited to do my part. So that was a lot of fun. It's one of those things where I really wish I'm trying to figure out a way that maybe I can also hop on games and do that. Like at one point I was going to be playing Minecraft, but everybody was just down to talk and keep me awake and everything, so it was perfect because otherwise I'm pretty sure I would have passed out on air, which would have been great.
It's happened before, man.
Potentially entertaining.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
Someone
mentioned Doc Ock's red arms on a bit of a tangent. Who else wants to bet MCU Doctor Doom will get his armor from Star Trek? Star Trek.
I hope not.
I'd be good.
Just
he'd knock out 200. Hell yeah.
Just let Doom be Doom, baby.
Yeah, I don't think we need to. I mean,
Tony Stark does not need to be involved in all that.
All right. Let's see if this works. I got it on here.
Oh wow, that's good.
Oh shit!
Now I got to remove the transfer.
Really press it, man. really
Yeah.
press the living shit out of it. God damn it! I really want one of those. God, that decal is sick, Matt.
It sucked to weed. It sucked to
Yeah.
cut. And I mean, and like an idiot, I'm gonna just paint over it in the same color as the rest of the shield, in the hopes that because it'll have some depth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, you could just leave it like that. It looks good.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Do you have the any like metal fleck paint? Because you could do like a darker metallic over it, and that would then pop the lighter one that you have on there currently.
Okay, so everything but the eye, which I kind of had to fake in there anyway, did make it on.
Not hold on. Very nice.
Focus.
Heck yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, I'll just have to make it a little extra eye. But I'm gonna try and paint this thing, and hopefully I don't regret this.
It's too late, man.
Hopefully I don't regret painting this.
Indeed. Just mentioned Stark Tech, because MCU Stark made Ultron, and he basically MCU Uncle Man.
Yeah, that wasn't. I mean, I get that was where they had the character that could do it, but I wasn't a huge fan of that.
I hated it.
But that's one of my least favorite MCU films.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Age of Ultron, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Homecoming, and I was like, what the fuck?
I just don't. I don't know. I know that they kind of decided that Tony Stark was going to be the poster child for the MCU, but as someone who read Iron Man for a really long time, collected it since I was a kid, really enjoy that character a lot. I was like, why are you doing this? He's done all these other cool things that are actually his things, and you have so many other cool characters you could introduce that have that story. Stop giving their story to a guy who doesn't need it.
I feel like the reason that all that was the way that it was still is because the same reason why Iron Man was chosen as the guinea pig of, well, if it fucks up,
right,
Iron Man, and it's like, oh,
yeah, but if you're going to do that, then I mean,
I did forget to show this earlier. So Corey over at Casting Cave hooked me up with a fodder box, and
nice.
Ooh, baby, there was a lot of goodies in there. King, I'll have to bring it up, and you can spelunk through for some goodies. But I'm going to go solo for just 1 minute, and show off this. I had to paint it up, but it is a shrink of the Sideshow Ash. And of course, come on.
That's beautiful.
Focus. Maybe if I hold it in front of
So
me.
you were able to track down that body?
No, this is still the V crotch. I haven't found one yet. Oh, come on. Damn it. Let's see. Do I have anything flat? And oh my god, that's giant pink and sparkly. Not gonna work. Oh, here, this could work.
I mean, it could.
Oh, that worked okay.
Caught it for a second really good, and then there you go.
Oh.
Focus on
Anyway,
me,
that
camera.
was very nice. V nice.
Damn it. That's so frustrating. I thought I had it for a sec. But yeah, no, I was really stoked. So there he is looking all buff and stuff. I really love how it turned out. And yeah, I am looking for that that ultimate Evil Dead 2 Ash with only the one sleeve. I just didn't even think about it. Dave going to solo to show us his Ash. You're damn right. Oh, thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Enhance, you stupid camera. Right, Alan? It's so good. And actually, I did clean up a secondary head from that fodder bin. And of course, watch, this one will fucking show perfectly, I bet. But
It's a good looking head.
yeah, it's a shrink of the sideshow sculpt, and with a good paint job, it looks really, really nice. And has anyone ever made an Albert clone custom? I have. I made one. Oh, that was a while ago, but I made it using. What did I use? I think I used a Deathlock arm that I sculpted over, and then I just smashed that onto. I built it off of a Weapon X figure. It was really fun, just because it's like, oh no, we have to make like a yeah, like Terminator version of Wolverine. So it's like, yeah, all right, I'm down. Gives me what I want. Yes. That's what she said. Thanks, Panther. Has anyone? How about whoa? The hell? The new Iron Man comic run is pretty much about him dealing with everyone thinking he's an ass for his failures, trying to find himself. I feel like that's just Iron Man in general.
Yep.
Especially like 80s Iron Man. But yeah.
Demon in a Bottle era is a lot of that. James Rhodes coming in to basically bail Tony's ass out because he can't hack being Iron Man anymore is, I feel, in that same vein. And that's where I think Stark as a character is the most interesting, is when he's trying to deal with the fact that he's super smart, but
thanks,
he's
Alan.
also a massive F up. But when people are like, oh, smartest guy in the Marvel universe, I'm like, no.
So fun bit of trivia. Bob Layton came to do a show here in Minnesota, and one of the regulars from the shop, who I do a lot of commission work for, had him do a Demon in a Bottle recreation, and I got to ink and color it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which was super, super fun. It was very, very very crazy, because he just sent me like a really high res scan. And then I was like, do you want me to do my take on colors on it, or do you want me just to do recreation colors? And I did recreation colors. I did the same thing with a Len Wein Hulk 181 cover, which was really neat. And that was, I think, like 6 months before he died. Oh, shit, Matthew.
Focus.
Ooh.
I got dang.
I'll probably hit it with a dry brush or a wash or something and try and bring the detail in it. There it goes.
Oh, I want that.
Yeah.
I want that.
So once this dries, right now it's a little funky texture-wise, but I think once it dries, it'll smooth out a little bit.
I don't know. I like it like that. It looks more like pot metal.
Yeah, I mean, I like that it was. I mean, it varied from panel to panel.
Yeah, I mean, so did his costume in a lot.
Oh yeah, it changed all the time.
Who's richer, Bruce or Tony?
I think Tony.
Yeah,
but Tony also had. Oh, Bruce has lost. I think Bruce has lost Wayne Enterprises fewer times than Tony has lost Stark Enterprises.
This is true.
I think the difference is that Tony has marketable skills when it comes to comparison there. Bruce is like,
Bruce is just rich.
Well, if you want to hire me to figure out how to destroy your enemies, I'm the guy to hire. But I don't actually make anything else. I'm really good at brooding.
He deliberately, presents himself as useless.
Yeah, Mitch, that Fury Toys Leo is only $50. It's friggin' insane.
That is bonkers.
Quintillion says, "You did it again, you bean-hating bastard."
I did something. I'm just glad to have that. Think I'll finally be able to get that Bradley off my work table here, which is nice. I'm trying to put
this is going to be in the works next week, just because I haven't prepped him or anything. But because I love me some Spidey, you could probably guess who this is going to become. Bonesaw is ready.
Yeah.
So that's happening. I'm going to make a Bonesaw McGraw.
Nice.
Honestly, I kind of just want to leave him like this. I know he had a tank top, but it's like, yeah. But yeah. Well, when you don't have to pay for a license, that's true, Mitch. That's true. But yeah, no, yeah. So Bonesaw McGraw on the docket for the next week or two. I'm gonna make something ridiculous. Oh yeah. Yes. I think my buddy Tufu is watching this evening. I did that black wash as requested and fixed your grill on your Casey. It didn't do a terrible amount, but it did make it kind of gnarly, so that was pretty cool. What else was I gonna do? Darn it! Dang nabbit! Oh no, that's not it. Come on, parts. Where'd you go? Oh man, I knocked over one. I had like a bunch of stuff neatly organized, and
You
fool
fool.
me once. It's like, wow, thought I had something good going there for a second, but wrong again. Oh. Nope, that's just an empty box, isn't it? Yep. There we go. Bonesaw is ready to play with you there, Dave. All right. Does anyone else think Pudgy Pig looks like a baby Rancor? I can see that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the Party Wagon price from Super 7? It's really high.
It is high. It's
that
a
is
big
what I
toy.
It is a decent toy.
But yeah, I don't know. I might do BBTS so that I don't have to. I can just put something down and then not worry about the rest until next year. But
Well, it's got a 125 non-refundable deposit.
yeah, I mean, I think it'll happen. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, it's pricey. It's cool. I don't know. It's not a decision I'm going to be making imminently.
Yes. I don't know. I pre-ordered that other one, the third party one that looks much more accurate to the vintage toy. When it went up a while ago, and I'm okay with that. I think I'm just gonna stick with that one to be quite honest.
Well, and you've got more of your focus is more the Toon style.
Yeah, well, and the thing is the other one has more, like it looks more to the retro toy, which is what I kind of have in my head, you know.
No, I don't know. I don't know why NECA decided to.
Emilio, I have the box actually right over there. The box was pristine when I got it. I will be busting into that tomorrow on Toys with the Boys. I got 5 packages. One is from our good buddy Eric Arana from Boss Fight Studios, and I know exactly what's inside, and I'm very excited. Nice shirt. Did your husband get it for you? Yes, okay. I love that movie. Would it be amazing if Bruce Campbell showed up in No Way Home as an alternate Mysterio? I would mark out.
That'd be amazing.
You know what?
Please.
You know what? I'm gonna do a little unboxing right now because I want to show off what I will be taking a look at here. I'm gonna do an unboxing stream specifically for it.
Mitch Falk and I am not familiar with 5K Toys, so I could not speak to how reputable they are. Anybody in the chat know 5K Toys?
Oh, apparently something's gone wrong with the Heel Turn Radio Twitch channel. They're having issues.
Oh.
Hold on. Let's try it. Hold on. Oh, we're good there. I don't know what's going on. So, give me a sec. Find Emilio right there. Hey guys, kind of late. Hope y'all are doing well. And Matt, how do you like the Transformers JP crossover figures?
I don't disagree with some of the critiques I've seen on JP93, unfortunately. I am quite concerned that he's going to get floppy fairly quickly. He's fun, but these ball joint elbows are cheap, and it seems like they're going to wear out. And I am terrified of the hinge on the roof panel. Like, it just seems like that's going to break. to form the foot. So I probably won't be transforming him all that often. I do like Tyrannicon Rex quite a bit.
It is not Forgiven's. Hopefully next week, I guess. Oh,
The Beast
dang.
Wars Megatron mold has been solid, and I like this paint deco on it. And the new head is cool.
So this, I'm going to actually do a special unboxing with Eric. I'm trying to get it on his schedule, but it is a full box
Oh,
of the Legends of Lucha Libre Mystery Mascaras. You can see some of the goodies on there. I'm a big Lucha Libre fan. I'm a big 1/6 fan. So I cannot wait to bust into these. Massive, massive thank you to Boss Fight Studios for sending these out. Go check them out, bossfightstudios.com. Go buy lots of their shit because they're absolutely amazing.
They make good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I actually was I was sketching earlier for another gig, and I actually was using the Ray Phoenix as reference. Just because I was like, oh, this makes things way easier. So yeah, Dave, is one of your boxes the? Oh no, I already said that. But yes, actually, and I guess some stores are getting them around here too, Hot Comics and Nerding Out and stuff. So yes. Also, I liked it so nice. Got it twice. Another Ray. So that one will be specifically for reference. I actually found Waspinator at Whackmart yesterday. Now I need Tigertron and Pterosaur. Did they make Pterosaur already?
Pterosaur is coming as an Amazon exclusive.
Oh, right on. Robot Downey Jr. My Sentinel finally arrived. Hell yeah. Congratulations on your new addition to your toy family.
Great friggin' toy. I put some batteries in one of the ones I had yesterday just because to see what it would do, and that is fun.
It is so good.
Ugh.
I am trying. Nope.
Let's see here. Half an hour. I wonder if I can weed all these sheets and apply all this vinyl in that amount of time.
What are you weeding now?
I've already made, this will actually be the fourth one of these I have made. It is a shirt, a recreation of a shirt. The story behind why I made this many of them and where it came from is long and probably not very interesting, but it's a wonderful and ridiculous shirt design out of the 80s. Yeah, we'll see how much of it I get done. I don't want to spoil anything.
True, Josh.
Because it'll be a good reveal.
Oh. Well, damn.
In its cheesy 80s-ness.
As you do.
If you're good at reading backwards.
No, I'm not, but
I mean you can't see much of it right now, but
nice. As you do.
As some of us do, yes. Yeah, this was a pain because it was in a video. Again, I'm not going to get too in depth, but I was able to actually. I was like, okay, I need to recreate this shirt from this video.
Yeah.
For reasons. And somehow I was able to just Google it up and find the actual shirt for sale.
Oh yeah.
Online, but because it's a ridiculous shirt from the mid 80s.
BBS has Bucky O'Hare boss fight figs for 30% off right now. Go check that out.
There's some good stuff there. But so they wanted like $160 for it. Because vintage shirts and all that. There's a market for those. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying that. I probably wouldn't have gotten it in time for what I wanted it for. Anyway, so instead I used the image that they had and recreated it. Spent way too much time working on it in Photoshop.
Sounds legit.
so that I could make the final pass, because the image I found was definitely not clean enough. It being a photo of a screen printed T-shirt from 1986.
Shocker.
Yes,
Matt, do you have a
Not
DTG
shocker.
printer?
I do not.
What up, Rob? Sorry I'm late. Was napping, then caught the No Way Home trip. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's solid. It's solid.
Needs more Godspeed Spider-Man. Godspeed Spider-Man. My favorite line in that whole movie. Defoe just goes from help me to Godspeed Spider-Man.
Question for the King. Favorite Toku franchise?
Oh, it's Kamen Rider. I love Ultra Q. It was a super gateway thing when I was a kid that I watched with my dad. I very much have found a love for Super Sentai. I'm not really sure why. It's real weird. I wasn't a Power Rangers kid at all.
Well,
But
you would have been a Power Rangers adult, probably.
hey, I'm old, but I'm not quite that old, Matt. Thank you for hurting me deeply.
I am younger than you, and I felt like Power Rangers was marketed at a younger audience than I was when it came out. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time.
The Brazilian trailer had Lizard being ghost punched as the scaffolding collapsed. That's cool.
But Kamen Rider was something that I found later on and was just like completely blown away by. And I still am. I'm to the point where I can't even count the number of times I've listened to the original song with the video on so I can do a terrible reworking of the words. To the point my wife does the same thing now. She also, I think, just mainly loves Kamen Rider for the theme song, for the original theme song. But yeah, it holds a special place in my heart. But that's a really good question, and there's lots of interesting stuff out there. I've got more than one box set of Toku, especially with from the giant robot genre. Who asked that question?
Oh, that's Robert Leon. Where'd it go? Oh, Mitch Falcon did.
Mitch, what about you? I would love to hear everybody else's feelings and thoughts on that, because I think that's a
Rider Jump, Rider Kick, Kamen Rider V3 is my favorite.
nice.
Back to Formula. There we go. I'm trying to figure out a way to make this image balance a little bit more. But it's very fun collaborating with other creators and such, but sometimes it is frustrating because you're trying to get into their head of like why they drew something a certain way, and then you're like, well, I guess that wasn't it. Like, that is just where I'm at right now.
Do you prefer both of, I'm asking you both of you this as creatives, do you prefer to be the lead on a project and give control to others while you're kind of directing it in order to make sure you get the quality and whatever is being done up to your standard? Or do you prefer being given a duty and then going forward on that duty and being able to try to meet the standards of another creative partner?
First, I want to give you props for not giggling for saying duty so many times in a row. Secondly, it depends on the project really, because like for instance, there's definitely, like books and stuff when I'm working on them where it's just like, oh man, I'm glad this ain't on my shoulders, but at the same time, there are definitely times where it's definitely helpful. to have that opportunity to have that control, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Matt, what about you?
I haven't really been creative much in that element, honestly. So I don't really know if I've got a preferred way to work as far as that goes.
Yeah, all right.
Um, I deliberately avoid commissions and things like that for reasons. And
But do you think it would be harder to meet someone else's expectations of what they wanted from your work, or do you think it's just hard enough already meeting your own expectations of said work?
I mean, honestly, it would probably be easier for me in some way to be going to somebody else's expectations as long as I was clear about what they were.
Yeah.
Because nothing is ever good enough for me unless it's just for me. Like if I'm doing something for myself, my standard is much different than if I'm doing it for anybody else. And doing the gear thing while we did it was helped me kind of get out of some of those habits where it's like, well, all right, this is the best I can do this with my capabilities or the time frame that we've been given or whatever. So it did help me there, with picking things to death. Before it was definitely all right, the kind of the George Lucas original trilogy. It's like just stop, just leave it alone. I don't care. I don't care what Muppets you want to add. Just leave it. It's done.
Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Chat jumped on me again.
Hold up.
I can't wait for the No Way
Hey.
Home Honest trailer. Have you ever seen the Mrs. Doubtfire? Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire trailer remixed as a horror movie? Yes, and it was hilarious. Sentai is my favorite since I love evil Sentai, but I feel Kamen Rider has had better series as of late. Shaggy says, hee hee hee. Duty. I'm a Power Rangers adult fan. I only watch Kamen Rider, Dragon Knight, and Ultraman on Netflix. They're king.
I
Matt,
never
how
got
do you
into
guys
it.
run enhancement? Do you give any input?
We so when we were doing it, I don't know, when or if we're gonna do it again ever at this point, unfortunately, but it is what it is. It really depended on the project. There would be projects where people would come to us and say, here's a rough idea, or here are some things that I would like you to include, and let us run with it, and figure stuff out. And then there would be other times where, they would come and they'd have their whole thing sketched out. They might just need a little help from us to, clean it up, sweeten it a little bit, into something workable, or just to make sure that we were all on the same page. And then there'd be other times where, they would come to us with like and David had done several of them, where they would have gotten a full design from somebody else, a friend of theirs, or they would have commissioned one from an artist. And come to us and said, because I mean, I've got some artistic skills, but I am not an artist, I guess, when it comes to like digital, I'm not creating, patterns and textures and art.
I think my
drawing
favorite,
art from scratch.
one of my favorite calls from you still was you gave me a call and you went, Dave, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. And I went, what? And you're just like, I just got this in. I don't like. I'm trying to remember what design it was, and I won't name names or anything. But I just remember that coming in, and I was just like, oh shit. And so I remember, it was reformatting something or whatnot. But you were just so pissed off because you couldn't get it, and it was just like, it's okay, it's okay. But yeah, you guys always killed it.
Oh, I mean, it's still, again, just because we did so much locally, to see stuff that we did on Dark or whatever is still really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, I'm never saying never. But we got to do what's best for us mentally, physically, all that. So, and it's a great, it's a super fun world to be a part of, but and again, not naming names or coming at anybody specific, but when your main customer base is 20-year-olds who get dropped on their head for a living, it can get a little frustrating.
Yeah.
As far as collecting payments or clear communication, or just what do you want? Do you like this? Well, there was so much stuff where we sent it off and then never heard anything again. It's like I'm not expecting you to send an email promising to name your firstborn after us or anything like that, but just some acknowledgement like, yep, it fit, it looks good, is nice as people who care. If you don't like it, let us know. I was just like, well, I guess they didn't have any problems with it because we never heard from them again. Yeah, that was a little weird.
Yeah.
And then other people like who were very much involved in the industry, I would always credit like photographers. It's weird to me that gear makers and designers don't really ever get credit.
Nope. Dave, who is the guy on your 24-hour stream that had the HasLab Sentinel in the clouds that he shot using? Oh, that is Father's Figures on Instagram. He also goes by Hank McCoy. He also has a given name that I'm not sure if I can say on here or not because he doesn't really use it anywhere. But definitely check out Father's Figures on Instagram. That is my buddy. He does amazing kids photography, toy photography.
He will be your father's figures till the end of time.
You might be the only one who understands that reference.
Me, I got it. But remember, I'm old.
Will you be my preacher teacher?
I mean, I guess. I don't really want to.
I was going to try and get, because I'm not a musician, and then I couldn't come up with enough lyrics for it. I was like, Danny, you can make music and know people who make music. Will you, a friend of mine was like, we should make a version of that about fodder figures.
Oh
and I
my
was like,
God.
And I'm like, yeah, that would be hilarious. I can't come up with any more lyrics than just that one.
I know a man you need to talk to.
True story.
That dude is just like a dad joke having song making machine.
Well, yes, if I cared to put more time into it, I'm sure I could, but I could also just fob it off on somebody who has natural abilities in that.
Hey, delegation. It's one of the best signs of solid management.
Yep, that's just smart.
So I don't think I've told anybody else. You guys get the scoop on this. Our HR department at my 9 to 5 contacted me yesterday, and I was like, oh, I don't want to talk to these people. And I figured it would be bad because that's just where my brain goes. But it was, we're like, do you want to switch to the HR department?
Oh,
I was like, no, I most certainly can.
Thank you for asking. Absolutely not.
Well, I was really shocked. I was like, is there something going on I should know about? So I contacted my boss and I was like, hey man, I just got a message from HR and this is what they said. And he was like, well, I'm going to tell you that, you got to do what you got to do and I'll support you no matter what. I've known you a long time and I just, I know that you'll do what's best for you and yada, yada, yada. And that was like a 10 minutes worth of messages. And then, I was doing a little research and about 15 minutes pass. And then he goes, but I would really hate you if you left. And then I got a bunch of like, you're doing good work, and I like that I can give you projects and they get done very, very quickly and very, very efficiently, yada, yada, yada. So I told him today, no, thank you. But I was like, can I ask why? Why?
What about me makes you think that I
Yeah.
want this?
Well, I've had
You
to
should
do
have started with, "Do you not like me?"
well, it started because we had they asked me to do a presentation in a retention seminar because I kind of figured out a way to do for my department to do hiring because our HR department doesn't hire, which I think is crazy.
Wait.
It falls.
So, so what
I
do they
don't
do?
know. I don't know. I've asked that question a million times, and I don't really know. So I've kind of set up in the department I work in a system where I get the resumes and I look at them and I decide whether it's worth a call, and if it's worth a call, then I just set up to do a phone interview, and I do a full blown hour-long phone interview, and then from there I make a recommendation to that area director of the state about what I think, and I send them all my notes, and they're very happy with it, and we've got some really good hires out of that, surprisingly
Yeah.
enough. And they asked me to come into that seminar and like tell other departments, what our system was. So I did so, and it was supposed to be 15 minutes, and I talked for the whole hour because I had to defend myself from the pitchforks and torches of other departments telling me I didn't know what I was talking about.
Oh, jeez.
I knew it was going to be bad when the first person who said, when I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take questions now, said, it sounds like that's working really good for you. And in my head, I'm going, the next word is but. I know it's going to be but. It's a qualifying statement. This guy doesn't respect what I'm doing. And it was a but. And then he proceeded to just tell me how the way I was doing it may have worked 15 years ago and yada, yada, yada. And then I had to basically defend myself from the mob. And I was in teams with a coworker who was like, what in the hell just happened? Why are they attacking? And at the same time, I had to be very professional, in
They
this
smelled
thing.
blood in the water.
Oh, geez. So they said, based upon that and the hiring ratio and what you're doing. And I was like, that's great. But I've done some HR work in the past and I don't want to do it because it sucks. But
It's
yeah,
different too. I mean,
yeah, it really is.
To the credit of my last job, the HR people, dare I say, almost cared too much about people, where it was almost the fault sometimes, where it was just like, oh boy, like you really just gotta fucking fire this person, like just
Well,
yeah.
if it's anything like the industry I work in, it's then you turn into it's unemployment hearings, and you're gonna win the first one, they're gonna win the second one, and it's gonna be a best of three falls. So unless you've got just mounds and mounds and mounds of paperwork, it can be really hard to win those, and they're really they're huge time sink.
yeah. HR is Michael Scott's favorite job.
I'm glad there's people that love that because I just
I remember getting the call at the beginning of, I guess it wasn't the beginning of the pandemic, but it was pretty early on in the pandemic, and it was when they were shutting down my department, and the lady who runs HR and whatnot was actually pretty young and whatnot, but she just called me up and she is bawling, and she's just like, I'm so sorry that I have to make this call. And I'm just like, hey, it's a pandemic, like no worries, like it's all
I
good.
didn't like this job much anyway.
Like, bye.
yeah, but you got to think how many people did she have to call?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I
Well, and that's where I was just like, hey, there are going to be people that are going to be assholes about this. I'm not one of them. Like, I appreciate the job, I appreciate the work. It was a good run. If you need me in the future, give me a call. Bye. Heads up, Dave. I saw a review today, and Ghostbusters Afterlife has 2 after post-credit scenes. Just figured you should know before seeing the movie. Oh, I stay until the theater staff tells me to get the fuck out. At movies these days.
If they aren't blasting Semisonic over the loudspeakers, Dave is still
Eating that popcorn.
Oh hell yeah! Like, fuck. I hear Wonderwall like 2 times. I'm like, play it a 3rd time. I could do this all day.
He doesn't smoke, but he's got a lighter out. And they're like, you ain't got to go, but you can't stay here.
So I'm going to pop this up real quick. So I'm going to make a very limited run of these prints that will be available at the premiere event at the Imagine Theater over in Plymouth. But I might make an extra 5 or so to have it on my web store if folks dig it. This is the collaboration between me and Gordon Purcell. So check it out.
Nice.
That is where I'm at on that. So,
where might people find Gordon Purcell's other work, Dave?
The internet. I think he has a website. Gordon, just if you look up Gordon Purcell, he's worked on everything under the sun. He's best known for his work on Star Trek. Right now, I believe he's working on a Laurel and Hardy piece.
Okay.
Yeah. So, or a book. So he's been working like a dog.
Capturing the zeitgeist there.
What?
Capturing the zeitgeist. All I hear on TikTok these days is how great Laurel and Hardy are.
Oh yes, but one of my favorite things is he was also on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Fun fact, I remember watching it. They had like replays on one of the stations around here, and it was like, and our contestant Gordon Purcell, and I'm like, wait, no way. And I just sat there. I was like, what? Robert Leon. He and his fam used to come into Devani's when I worked there. Remember him on Jeopardy once and saw him at conventions. Yeah, he was on Jeopardy too.
Crazy.
Dude is a treasure trove of knowledge. Got distracted by mouse run by Matt's background.
Hopefully not.
I don't know. That was Jim McBride. Is that a friend of yours messing with you?
No.
I don't know.
Unless a mouse ran by in the background. I don't know.
It could have been a cat. Very small cat. Josh, bad.
I haven't seen any mice. I hope there are no mice. That would be bad.
Indeed. Nice rendition of the world's sexiest man. Hell yeah, Timothy Applegate. So no, Gordon kills it on likenesses. That is what he is known for. What we are known for is going until 10 p.m. and we are 5 minutes from the top of the hour, gents. So real quick, I just want to throw it around the horn. We'll start with your King Ginger and tonight's third man, King Ginger. What do you got coming up, King? What you got on the horizon, my friend?
Oh man, David, I don't know.
Wait, Smunkin says it's. Hold on, Smunkin says it's still there. Oh, I think he's talking about the thing in your background. If you look.
Over there.
Yeah.
Yes, that. Oh, something fell off my Star Wars shelf over there. That what you're probably seeing is.
This is where we hear him say, "Oh shit!" and run away.
Ah! Yeah, either Enfys Nast or this interrogation.
I thought it was a mouse droid for a second. Sorry.
I do have one of those.
Yeah, it's true. King, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
What were you talking about?
What you got coming up? What's shaking?
Where can you be found?
Well.
Oh, Mitch has got that undercover.
Yeah, thank you, Mitch. I have Down Outlands every other Monday, every other Thursday. I have Heel Turn, although we'll kind of see with that. My erstwhile wrestling brother from another mother is not feeling wrestling right now, which I totally understand. I haven't felt wrestling for a while. Last weekend we played some Fire Pro, so we'll probably be doing some more of that again. I'm trying to think. Apparently, I'm going to run another Star Wars trilogy. I've been told that's going to happen. I've been told I don't have a say in it. I'm also. We talked tonight, and it sounds like I'm going to run that WCW um,
Hell
versus
yeah.
versus Terminator Into the World thing,
Good God.
because I think that'll be wonderful. And yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff like one shots and stuff I'm going to be working on. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. A lot of gaming stuff, and then tentatively, I'm here every other. What's
Wednesday
today?
or Tuesday. Tiny Ming Tuesday.
It is
There we
Tuesday.
go. It's in
Okay,
the name. God
I'm
damn.
sorry, man. I'm struggling
No,
right now.
no, it's okay.
No, yeah.
I said Wednesday. So,
My brain is like, what are we doing? Where are we?
all right, Matthew.
I am distracted, but at Hypno Hustling on the Twitter, Hypno Hustlers _customs on Instagram, and Handsome Talent Clothing and Gear around the interwebs. So yeah, you know.
Very true. Very true. As always, I'm Dave Wonder, aka Diamond Dave, aka Dave Wheeler. You can find me right here every Tuesday and Wednesday, 10 to 8 or 8 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. One customizing show, which you have been watching currently. Tomorrow is Toys with the Boys, where Robo Cincy and I, and yes, I did confirm already, we do have all three coming. We will be unboxing, gripping and ripping, as it were, all night long and talking toys, talking about that sweet, sweet Spider-Man trailer, as well as some toy news. Mondays, I'm over on the Foosh channel for Monday Foosh Live. That is 9 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. There is still time to, as Mitch says, Dave Nate, over at extralife.org. That is extra-life.org. Look for Known World United. Donate to the cause. You can look at King Ginger, Matt, or my page. It all goes towards the same cause. It's all a good thing. Once again, thank you to the Source Comics and Games for sponsoring Tiny Ming Tuesdays. It is always greatly appreciated. As Mitch likes to call tomorrow's stream, Astro Blasting Hump Day, because he won't let it go. But yeah,
yeah, Mitch.
thank you, everybody. Oh yeah, and if you want to send anything to any of these fine gents or myself, I did set up a Dave Wonder PO box. You can send that to PO Box 1274, Minnetonka, Minnesota 55345. That is open. I pick up every Tuesday, so I will be doing some unboxing tomorrow on Tiny Ming Tuesday from that. And good Lord, hold on. What did you make, Matt?
It's not done yet. I still got to add the brown and the yellow.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of shirt that would be worn by like the worst guy in the room in the '80s, but now it's just kind of fun.
I like it.
Yeah, it's stupid as hell. It's
I
a Viking
dig
skeleton with a decapitated head.
I
But yeah.
dig it, but I also would want that paint on the side of a van
Oh hell yeah!
that I would live in down by the river.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's Godspeed. There's Spider Dave. See you tomorrow. Unboxing with our favorite dino. That's very good.
Benjamin.
And no forgiveness, bro. Please do not send food to the PO box. I like the people at the PO box. So no food.
No dead rats.
But yeah, no. Like I said, if you want to send anything to the Heel Turn crew, myself, Matt, King, or any of the other regulars, feel free to drop it there. I'll make sure that it gets to them. I pick up every Tuesday and always. We'll be unboxing on Wednesdays now. So again, thank you everybody for stopping by for another exciting edition of Tiny Ming Tuesdays. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody on the show. Matt, King, love you guys. You guys all fucking rock. So as always, until next time, much love from Minnesota.
Thanks everybody.
Cigar on the lips.
See you.